On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about manual material handling. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, Warehouse Safety Tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast.
On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be revisiting something that we've talked about in the past, and I'm sure we'll talk about again in the future, and that is manual material handling. We want to give you 5 tips today that are going to help you along with that, and hopefully they are going to help you to have a better manual material handling concept, and make sure that you do follow all the rules and regulations of your specific facility. But here's number 1 to get you started. The very first thing we want to talk about is training on proper lifting techniques. So you want to make sure that you do all the regular things like making sure that you wear braces, making sure that you hold the loads close to your body, that you're not twisting with loads, especially heavy ones, that you're lifting with your legs and not your back, and that if it's something that's too heavy, you employ another person or persons to help you, or use some sort of a machine or like a hoist to help you. The second thing is going to be implementing ergonomics, making sure that you're standing correctly, making sure that you're not stretching out too much, making sure that you have mats, just making sure that everything is ergonomically correct as possible so that you don't have any sort of issues so far as ergonomics are concerned. The third thing is going to be promoting breaks and stretching. If you have calisthenics in the morning where you work at a facility, make sure you take part in them. Make sure that on your breaks you take a couple beats to take a stretch and make sure that you are keeping yourself limber in whatever that you're doing, and just observe all of the stretching and breaks that you can. The next thing is going to be, again, mechanical aids that we just talked about with a hoist, using conveyor belts, using pallet jacks, anything that you can use that will avoid you having to hurt your back by not using your legs, or just anything that's going to be too heavy to lift, that you use that mechanical aid. And last but not least, number 5, which is something that we should be talking about on every single broadcast, and that is fostering a safety culture, making sure that the people that are working in your facility are doing things because they want to be safe, not because management or their boss is looking. Make sure that you always have people looking for the best possible ways to make your location as safe as possible, that they are encouraging those around them to do things correctly. And again, not because someone's looking, but because we want you to go home safe every night. So thank you for being part of another episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. Until we talk next time, have a great day, stay safe, and here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.